What? Give me the wrong one. You got me the wrong one. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, oh, yeah, pass it. Wrong ones. What's going on? What up, Andy? Did you screw the driver? Sometimes you got to. Okay, let's see. All right, that's correct. 2 gang, 2 gang, 2 gang. All right. I'll put that in a bag. All right. We'll get these done first. Actually, let's get this done first. I need to see. How you doing, brother? 3Ds. I caught that before I went live. Okay. All right, let's see. Perfect. Man, I'm good. Man, I'm good. All right, pocket. All right, let's see. Take some gloves. 1. Okay. Like that. Like that. What up, cheese? Bones up, brother. Got a bag. Okay, so we'll take this upstairs to the toilet, and we'll take one of these upstairs with us. Upstairs bathroom. Upstairs bathroom. All right. Upstairs bathroom. Well, geez. You need to a long stream on Friday. The feel of your stay up at bunch. All right, brother. Consider it done. Time to drill. Time to get the drill on. Okay, so this is going in here. We'll do that first. We'll do this first. Oh, damn it, I forgot. You know what? We'll do this other one first because I forgot my paddle bit downstairs. Okay, let's get our drill on. We got to hold some toilet paper. Hold some toilet paper. Okay, you know, we'll do this too. Let's see if I can get that in the shot. Yeah, that's a good count. Ah, that's downstairs. All right, we'll do this first. I don't think that's gonna be a good angle. Good angle. All right. You can kind of see it. Okay, it don't really matter. Let's see. You can kind of see it over chat. So, somebody installed the freaking toilet paper jamulator. Let's see where our hole spacing is. It's the same. All right. Then we'll install these. Okay. this guy on there. Get in there. Alright, and then we'll loosen this guy up. What up, doctor? Did you get your fissures? I got all my fissures fissured. I don't know which way she wants it to go on. Probably like this, but I'd put it on like this. Yeah, if she wants it, she can change it. Tell me to change it, I'll change it. Ah, dang it. Alright. Alright. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the butthole. Man. Huh, that's not going to hold on at all. Oh, you know what? Because I did it wrong. Let's do it like this. This one goes on the other angle. You know what I'll do? I'm going to change both of them. I'm going to change both of them and cover it with the freaking wackadoo so you won't see the damage. Alright. Okay. 1, 2. Oops. Okay, now we'll do it like this. There we go. That's my problem. That's my problem. All right. All right, there we go. Now we should be able to do it like this. Okay, then we'll take this back just a little bit. Oh, that sucks. So now it actually stays on there. Now it actually stays on there. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. A little bit tighter. A little bit tighter. Sorry, what up, away? Measure it first. What up, Kahora? What up, Pale? It's True Engineer. Yes, I drill without measuring all the time. So the clamp that goes on there, the piece that goes behind it, has got the holes where it wants it to be. So I put the clamp up there first, marked it through the clamp rather than drawing it with a pencil. I just used the tip of the drill. And then, yeah, so I didn't need to measure it. Because I'm replacing one that's already there. So the damage that's done to the drywall with the previous one, I want to cover that. So I know, yeah. A little bit more and we're good to go. There we go. There we're good. What up, Kahora? What up, Doctor? Oops. What up, away? No, it doesn't. It doesn't work. I'm on my phone right now, so it doesn't work. Yeah. So now when you're sitting on the toilet having a poo with a drill, you can You can put that in the Jamalama. Yeah, so the bracket that goes on the wall, ND, has the holes where the holes need to be. So I just put the bracket on the wall where I want it and mark it. Hello, what up, heinous? Y'all eat an automated toilet paper. Y'all need this is a house that's being sold, and so we're changing all of the copper and brass looking fittings. Like you see these like gold looking fittings, they're being changed to this brushed copper look. So like this will be changed out too. Yeah, so that's what's being done. So that's done. Okay, why is this street called 110th grade? 'Cause it's more than you'd learn in high school and college. Slowed and be quiet because I'm playing. That's all right, brother. Julio, welcome. Any Skynet. I'm tired of my stupid iPad. Yeah, I don't freaking play with those things. Yeah, tablets are too big. It doesn't make any sense. Thank you, Fred. Thank you. I've spent all my life trying to be beautiful. My nose was too big and my ears were too big. Then my head grew into size. Now it's just my nose. The nose is too big, but I love it. All right, so let's see. Okay, we'll do that there. Do this here. Okay, so that's done. What's next? We got the drill for upstairs. I need my paddle. All right, then we'll do the drill bit. I mean the doorknob. And I also need a there we go. All right. Let's go get stuff done, people. How's everybody doing? Appreciate y'all being here. Uh-oh, hold on. What did I miss about Dora? I'm replacing the sink in our bathroom right now. I've been watching episodes of Dora the Explorer. Of course, can't slack. You watch it, lady? I haven't seen Dora in years. I've seen all of the Dora cosplay. How you doing? Jeez, what am I doing? How you doing, bro? Baropez. All right, that's done. ND is you on Discord? Yeah, he's on Discord. He's Kriegernock. I'll send you a link to a badass tablet. I invented the Discord. Tablets are silly, baby. You should Dora is legit. Will revitalize you. Teach you how the world works. Okay. All right. Okay, it's a little tight. All right. Loosen this guy out a little bit. Okay. Come on. There we go. Get in the hole. Okay. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. Trash. What up, Lamb? What up, Isla? What up, nice guy? Okay, that room's done. What up, Slowed, brother? Finished. All right, now let's get this taken care of. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. There we go, that looks better. see. Oops. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's get the tongue in the hole. All right, beautiful fit. Let's close the sink drainer so we don't lose any screws down the sink. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, 1, 2. Lock on the inside so when you're pooping, people don't walk in on you. Okay, 1. Screws on the outside so if you get locked in while you're pooping, somebody can unscrew the doorknob. It's the pooper protector. All right. Okay, almost got it. There we go. And it looks much better. I like it much better than the gold. All right. Drop the screw. I fail first. Drop the screw again. Drop the screw again. Let's see if that works. Oops, that was me. That was me again. I'll loosen this guy up here first. There we go. Okay. All right. Door works. Let's see if this works now. Oopsie. Probably won't. Works fine, actually. All right. And take this gold tongue out, or gold strike plate out. All right. All right, gold strike plate out. Put this guy on. All right, out. And then, let's see. Now you can lock the door when you poop. Beautiful. All right. There, $1 million been made now. This is a new house we're moving. It's my neighbor's house, slow brother. It's my neighbor's house. She's moving. What up, Block? Didn't even show if that screw. Hold on, my friend. Hold on. I got you, Block. I got you. Hold on. Hold on. I'm blue balled. I'm starting to miss the old lives. They'll be back. They'll be back. Isla, how do you do? Hosted electronics chat. Okay, has always been the old live. That's right. It's dope. Oh yeah, I'm back, baby. This is the how. This is so sad. Richard does DIY with mild innuendo and commentary. What up, Lamb? Who has channel 4 for the sub to go on? I'm on a burner account. Core's burning. Don't buy Temu tablets on Amazon. I mostly do YouTube. Did little bro say I didn't say it. I wouldn't buy that crap. I have a Tank 3. But yeah, Cohora's phone's freaking locked down. What up, Super? Yeah, absolutely. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing when I'm screwing. All right, so let's clean up this mess real quick. All right, trash. All right, let's put the old doorknob. For the less fortunate, they can get a free doorknob to put on their home if they can't afford it. Okay, hang in there real quick. Time, throw, plate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's for the lock. All right, got it. Now poor people, less fortunate people can get a doorknob for free, and they can help this house be sold. Always redonate any equipment, any hardware. When you upgrade, always donate it. You need the karma, people. This world's a freaking horrible place. Look like faces, camp lamp, and tablet. Can I have the doorknob? You can have the doorknob, brother. Hey! Okay. All you got to do is pay for shipping to Denmark. The upstairs is done. That one's done. Is that one done? Yeah, that's done. All right, all the lights are changed out. The locks on the bathroom door. All right. Toilet paper holder. So I need the downstairs bathroom needs a lock. Look at that big old fireplace. Yeah, when you go into a house that has a den. Yeah, this is crazy. It's huge. Huganic. All right, let's see. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, this will go to the poor folks. Okay, we got to put a breaker in. Yep, that's not it. That's not the okay, let's see. All right, fire smoke detector. You want to what? What's up? What's going on there, Julio? Pay it forward. I want a rebate. How was your day? It was good. Isla, why don't you find a live that's got Kahoot going on? That's what's up. I'm in my watch era. You're in your watch era? Mine is bigger. You just seem to like to complain a lot. Why don't you go somewhere else and complain? Like everybody else here seems to be enjoying it, but I want something different, so give it to me. Find a different live, Isla. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. No doorknob. Okay, there we go. So now, since I'm only changing out the lock, this one's already got the right color doorknob on it. Who would win? Omni-Man or Superman? Freaking Superman, Nigel. You know that. Come on, brother. Oops. Well, yeah, it's a huge house. $500,000. Omni-Man or Superman? I'll show it. Hold on. Let me finish doing my work real quick. cramp in my leg. Still got a cramp. Alright, now hopefully this new knob fits. Oh, it won't. Okay, it won't fit. Won't fit this tongue. Okay, let's see. What's up, Ohio Sigma? Alright, so then we gotta get the new tongue. New tongue. There. Okay. We'll get this one and this one. Left-handed. Left-handed. Okay, let's see. So these are the old doorknob. Old doorknob, new doorknob. Let's make sure the screws fit so we don't strip anything out. They do, okay. So we got lock on the inside for the pooper. Locking the pooper in. All right, and then keyhole screws on the outside. Okay. All right. Grab the other screw off the floor. Oops. Okay. Oops, there we go. This is a pain in the neck. All right, let me put this down here. Okay, that one works. All right, let's get a couple more threads. Okay, and this guy here. All right. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? Before I strip something out, I'm gonna grab the ones that came with the doorknob. Okay, there we go. That feels better. Here we go. All right. What can I do? Hey, look at that. Okay. Lock. Locked. All right, we're done. Wasn't that easy? All right, sorry everybody, what's going on here? What we got going on here? All right, I say Omni-Man Killer. What up, Gizu? Lovely land. What up, Ohio Sigma brother? How are you? Okay, what up? I'm an alien, live on the planet Mercury. Freddie Mercury. All right, so let's clean up this mess here. Okay, that we got all over the floor. We'll put the old knob in the box. Old knob in the box. Gotta put the tongue in the box. Put the tongue in the box. All the screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 screws. We got the tongue. We got this guy in here. This goes there. Goes there. Okay, and that's the. We'll put that right there. All right, done and done and done and done and done. Okay, there we go. All right. So what else do we got to do? I think that's it for the day, and then we'll go start streaming from the studio. Studio. Okay, used. All right, let's go see if this fits in the breaker box. I don't think it does. Well, let's see if we can't get electrocuted. I think this is too small of a breaker. Oh, it's in here. Damn it. I hate when they do that. They put the freaking light switch. Okay. All right, let's see. First of all, let's see. This is a 15 in a world of 10s and 20s. Yeah, that looks like it'll fit. All right. All right, let me set you guys up a look-see so you can see if so somebody can call 911 if I get electrocuted. I'm a robot living among you. I'm just not real, just AI. Freddie Mercury would have taken off. Somebody's got to take it off. Let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see here. It's like IKEA. Let's see. That should probably fit. Nope, that don't fit. I don't have any square heads in here. You know what I could probably use though? I can probably use a. I can use a flat, but I would really like to use a. All right, let's just see if this can work. Let's just see what we got going on here. So let's see if we can keep us from falling off the wall. All right. Okay, kids, do not put your hands inside there. You'll get yourself electrocuted. You guys want a good look up? This is what it'll really hurt you. Looks like in real life. But you can do it if this fits properly. This is the breaker here. We're going to turn the breaker off before we put it in. So if we touch it, we don't die. Hacking the mainframe. Oh, look at that one just fell out. That's no good. Turn that guy off too. All right, somebody did a crap job in here. All right, that one's in. That one's in. All right. So that was it for that. What up, B2B? Hacking the mainframe. Yeah, but this is where the big cords here is where the power comes off of the light poles out to the telephone poles in, and then big currents come in here and flow. These all go out to all the outlets and switches in the house. So if you're something in your bathroom trips, it'll trip one of these breakers, not shut your whole house down or kill you. No main. No, the mains are outside. The mains are outside on the power pole. Not the power pole, on the meter. Stadial. Yeah, they're outside on the power pole. So yeah, that's where where the power goes from the pole to the meter. That's what I should have said. This is where they come in from the meter. Yes, there's a main at the. So this is ground. So you have the two low here are phase 1 and phase 2, and then you have neutral / ground right here, that lug right there. But you see all these ground wires all these neutral wires are on their own bus. And so the way that systems here, and then if you look right behind here, it's hard to see, but you see this big thick ass copper wire right there? That's the ground wire, and it's going to the bus that's behind all of those wires. So you have neutral, ground, and the main. But this is where neutral and ground meet at the breaker box. So if you do a continuity test from your outlet from neutral to ground, beep, it'll beep. Like they're connected. They're connected here. Yeah, don't play around with this stuff, kids. You can get yourself missing fingers and stuff really quick. Okay, now we'll replace the panel cover. Because I'm 6'4", I can reach all the way over here and grab some screws. All right. Where am I at? Almost got it. Okay. Okay. Got one more missing here. Oh, here it is. Put it up here. Okay. Turn the power back on. Nothing trips. All right. Let's do this real quick. Let's torque them down. Okay, done and done. Okay, nice. Okay. All right, where are we at? What's going on? Electrician's cry. Yeah, don't get that wet. We don't call it earth here. In the UK, they call it yeah, you call it earth there, not ground there. Right. They call it earth, not ground. Let me touch it. So grounding is different than earthing. Earthing is running it into the actual planet Earth. Ground is ground reference, 0 volts in most cases. So if you have a battery, ground can be negative terminal and hot can be the positive terminal, but it never touches the actual Earth. But if you guys want to see how that works, I'll show you. So outside at the power pole, there's actually like a 6-foot long copper stake, big ass nail basically, that's stabbed into the ground. And here, this house has a electric car charger also. So here's you'll see this by your guys' houses. So this big ass wire. Actually, this one might be hidden, but this big ass wire here is your ground, and then it's supposed to be, it runs actually into the earth, and then so inside here is where it's painted shut, but inside here is where the main is to the house. Yeah, do not get that wet. Missing a soul. That's right. Play with high voltage. Has been hit with 110. I've been hit with 480. Yeah, stressless blessings. Electrician's crack. Yeah, I have it. So wait, you can install new breaker as long as it's off. Yes. Yeah, you can install a new breaker as long as the breaker's off. You don't want if the breaker's off, it's just like putting in 2 screws. There's no wire connecting the 2 lugs or what, depending on what type of breaker you're using. That's DC versus AC. Yes. DC versus. If anyone wants to get into it, I love talking about it. But yeah, absolutely. I'm just talking terminology. Yes, absolutely. The deal. Ground here could be metal touching the ground, right? That's an earth reference. So it's referencing. If you're referencing the ground in DC from the negative terminal of the power supply or battery or whatever, that's ground. but Earth reference is the Earth. What's up, Shamarv? Yo, buddy, how you doing? Doing good, AJ. Long time no see. How you been, brother? How you doing, Sharav, there you go. That's like the third Sharav that's been in here. Electric car charter, Richard's nice neighborhood, got a salute. Guys that drove a whole monster to Richard's house, get up parking. Well, you mean you can connect? Yeah, yes, you can connect it while the breaker's off. I said Sharav. I don't know what, brother, I said it. I said, hey, what's up, Sharav? If I'm not saying your whole name, Sharav Marfita. Sharav Marfita, everybody. It's about time, dude. We've been here for a year waiting for you to show up. Jeez. All right, party starts, everybody. Sharav's here. I got you, my brethren. And you guys learned how Earth references work. Google, shut garage door. Movie magic. Never knew that. I would have turned the main power off. Yeah, no. Yeah, see, in IT, when you're running mains power, you can't shut the data center down to swap a breaker. You just shut the breaker off itself, yeah, and swap that out. Shaw, welcome to We're Waiting for You. Oh, you fancy. I work for electrical wholesaling for 50. Yes, me and Lamb have like. Oh, that's out there. That's why. Like backstories. You fancy. All right. So we're gonna put. If you guys want to know where people put, so this right here is the key to the door. So if someone gets stuck in there, you can either unscrew the screws, or usually right up here, people put these. It just disappears. And if you reach up there, you got the key. And I'll show you how it works. So I'll lock the door. Watch it not work. All right. So the door, you see the tongue doesn't move. So then you put this guy in here. Now it works. Interesting, everybody. So if you really need to poop and someone locked you out, reach up here and check. What's up, Profac? What up, Zara? Just woke up, feeling good. Folks at Google, the garage that did it, man, I would be around that kind of life. The real. It's up, professors. Okay, what else do I need to do here? Let's look over the sparks. Okay, so I have a. You guys want to do more electrical work? I can do more electrical. Let's clean up our trash while we're here. All right. So those are the wrong knobs. Got me the wrong knobs for that. Okay, that's all done. Nice. Let's go. Shit, no. Key for poop epic, eh? When you gotta go, you gotta go. Coffee time for me. Get to the coffee, Zara. I've already had mine. I got PTSD from this shit. Hey, brother, life gets better. I lived in Baltimore City till my mid-30s, straight up Monroe Street ghetto. Frickin', I lived on the tracks. Life wasn't always good. It gets there. It takes it. Like I said, I was telling Andy earlier, for most men, life starts at 45. I'm 49 right now. I mean, I'm running around like a 20-year-old, and I'll still stream multiple hours tonight. You can make money. You need to make your money work for you. That's what you guys. I mean, I'm still wearing a movie industry shirt right now. But yeah, because I made my money work for me. I had $0 on my 40th birthday. I was like 10 grand in debt. I'm trying to Cuba. No, not the hood. Getting shocked. No, brother. I lived a very interesting life. I would prefer everybody to not have to live it. And if I would have just made better, not even choices with like who my friends were and stuff, but just financial choices. Just financial choices. Because that can get you wherever you want to get. But remember, you can be a millionaire and you can set up some perfectly beautiful buildings for projects. It doesn't mean they're going to stay beautiful. So maybe maybe let the government deal with that because they can handle the loss. If you want to do something good for your community, whoever your community is,
work towards the government to have it done, not you. Because if the government loses the money, they don't go broke.
Let's see. Yeah, what's that? Money is pretty good right now, thank God. Yeah, listen, I don't know how you guys feel about if you're living in America. Everything that was looking horrible 2 years ago is now looking bright, and nothing's changed. The amount of money that I have invested was the same over the past 8 years, 6 years, and it's all gotten better just because some dude in the White House did some stuff that people, yeah, so it was wacko. So don't listen to people on the internet about politics, especially, yeah, sit on your keyboard. Yeah, he didn't sit on his keyboard. Bro, my community cares about steel and power, cable and Wi-Fi. So I don't know, I think I might have told you this story before. So invest in Beanie Babies. People have made millions and people have lost millions in Beanie Babies. But do you know who made the millions? The company. And make a product. Make a product. So in Baltimore, we had row homes. You can call them townhomes. They were row homes. And everybody would pitch in like $5 in each row, which was like 12 homes, and get one person full cable television. And then I would go on top of the roofs because you just go from roof to roof to roof to roof. They were connected. There weren't even areas to fall in between the houses. They were all connected. And so you would just run splitters and then in their window, then over to the next house and a splitter in the window. So one person, you might have to buy a booster for like $12, you know? Yeah, dude, we all had, everybody. I done got in a fight over my neighbor running a drop cord for drop cord's different, dude. You talking about power? Yeah, that's not cool. Because he just wants, everybody in the community was paying the person who actually had the credit to get cable TV. They weren't stealing it from him. They were paying, but everybody was just paying $5 a month instead of $100. Each one of them paying $100 a month. This was before it was digital. This is back when cable was analog, so you didn't need receiver boxes and whatnot. Your TV or if you could go get a VCR from the pawn shop for $10, and that would turn the cable signal into what you needed for the TV. That would be your cable box. Yep, I used to live in a duplex. And we all shared cables, but never knew each other. Right, yeah, so yeah, I lived in a duplex also. The house I lived in before, okay, so the house I lived in before I moved to the city was a duplex. And then in the city, and then I still had that house, that was my family's house. And then when my grandmother and grandfather died, me and my brother bought, not it wasn't given, bought their house. So we lived in the city on like Baltimore City, it was Baltimore City, Baltimore County line, like on the tracks. The train tracks were 100 feet from my house. Like the tracks that they're talking about when they say the wrong side of the tracks, those tracks. And so when I moved from there here, straight out of Baltimore City to freaking and it was 200 grand back then. 205 actually. And that shitty ass house sold for $215. One time I almost died. What up, cat? Yeah, he's got beat, but we ain't gonna speak on that. Simple things. Yeah, I'm sure he did get beat, brother. You can't be stealing somebody's electricity. You gotta ask them for it. But yeah, people just take shit. This is the entitled thing, the entitlement thing. You can't just take someone's power. This is the thing I want to talk about real quick about the government. You have the government saying tax the rich, and they're saying no. But then you have some government saying, excuse me, rich people, can we have all your money? And they're like, yeah, sure. Like the freaking guy from Dell just gave like $6 billion to the government because the government asked nicely and promoted him as a good company. Rather than saying, no, we're going to take it from you. And that's so crazy. You get more flies with honey than you, hold on. What's the, I can't remember the saying. I'm just here to lurk since I'm bad at work. All right, cat girl, what's up, bro? One time I almost died when I was like 1 year old. I walked in the middle of the street. Good thing someone grabbed me. I wouldn't be here today. Yep, that's how life works, dude. Okay, damn Julio, I almost died when I was 4, putting my head through an apron and spinning around. My mama saved me. I was a curious child. You would have choked yourself to death. Oh, well, the clue is like you get more flies with honey than vinegar. That's what it is, Profac. Right, right. You get more flies with honey than vinegar. And this is a big problem. It isn't Democrat and Republican. It's jerks and not jerks. If you say, okay, we've got all these rich people and we need money from them, what are some options that we can do it? We'll just take it from them. Well, why not ask them for it? They never said, no, we're just going to tax it, we're just going to take it. That's a freaking, you're a jerk. Damn good point. Damn good thing you're here today. That's right. That's right. We all made it. Us versus them. It's us. But you know what I think a big problem is, 501? Is that we don't think of all options before acting. You know, like education. If you ask people what they know, they'll tell you for free. Just because people are selling education doesn't mean that's the only way you can get it. So if you need to get rich people's money, taxing them ain't the only way you can get it. Have you ever even asked? Not you, I'm saying the government. You know, yeah. And think about any company, when you got hundreds of billions of dollars, you know you and your whole lineage ain't never gonna spend all that. And you can, and like Bill Gates retired with I think 3 billion, and he's got 100 billion now. So he made money by giving his money away. Welcome Ramadan. What's going on, brother? Because they don't give a F, Rich. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I think people forgot that there's good people and bad people. You know, I think like it's crazy. Nobody gives a fuck, right? The problem we have in America right now is we don't have problem solvers. We have people that say, here's a problem to be solved, and then they say, let's just take what we need, take what we want, rather than saying, like, people don't give a fuck, right? They don't care. I know my mom still talks about the worst part of the memory of how scared she was, how the brain only remembers as far back when I was 4. Welcome to Ramadan. Be right back, you guys. Find my bro. It's in my back seat, Zara. But the rich can't even change a tire. They don't know what it's like to live with ramen noodles. Hard times, build character, gang. Agreed. Absolutely. Right, but what do they want? They don't really care about the money. They care about their power and their name, their reputation. So if you just say tax the rich and take their money, no one will say, well, we got $38 million from John and $72 million from Barbara. They won't say that. They'll just take it and say, and then the politician will be like, I got us that money, not who you took it from. And people want to be like, no, if I'm going to give you billions of dollars, I want people to know that who it came from. And that's not too bad. There wasn't even the worst part. First memory, I almost died when I was 5. Walked down the stairs and fell, hit my head hard. I was stuck in this hospital for surgery. That's no good. They borrow money against their portfolios and don't pay money on that money. Then they reinvest it and make more money off you on tax flow. Right now, yeah. And so if we're talking about problem solving, so here's an interesting thing, and they do. You're 100% right, 501, brother. So you've got those are called unrealized gains. When you have stock and that stock's worth $1 million, and you go to the bank and say, hey, I want to borrow $700,000. And they say, okay, give me that stock. If the stock drops to $720,000, I'm going to sell your stock to get my money back. And so like that's the way that works. If the stock drops to 3 cents, the bank's not just going to sit there. They have a threshold when they'll sell your stuff. The problem it comes in with taxing is if you have $1 million in stock today and they tax you 20% on it, you pay $200,000 in taxes. But if tomorrow it drops to $4, then they're not going to give you your tax money back, but that money wasn't able to be spent. And then the thing is, if you get that loan from the bank, what you're buying with that loan, you're paying sales tax and corporate tax and stuff on it. It's all crazy. And I don't know all about it. I don't expect anyone to know about it. I put myself in a position where I worried about the rules that define the game that I'm playing. But yeah, I agree that, I mean, we can describe it and say that's the way it works, but that's the way they set the game up. How can you profit from that? How can you help your community with that knowledge, knowing that you can do such things? There's less money in solving problems and seeing maintenance subscription. Absolutely, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Selling a mainstream. Yes, I agree. The government is not the answer. Government is the problem. Someone once said, I agree. We should be solving our problems. Our community should be solving our problems. Government should be local because people are different. You shouldn't have Democrats arguing about what's going on in Republican towns. You shouldn't have Republicans arguing about what's going on in Democratic towns. It should absolutely, and I don't know if this is a Republican or a Democrat talking point, but I think the federal government should make sure that the states are funded and not whack-a-doodling themselves out and enriching themselves. And the states should, amen. Richard, I'm a gang member, bro, but I hear what you're saying. I'm just trying to stay out of the way, not get sent to upper room. Yeah, understood, but I know I get how the elites work. Right, yeah. And this is the thing. A lot of people, I'm not an elite, nowhere near it. And people that are on the same financial level as me want to argue about stuff like that. And I'm like, why don't we use this brain power to figure out how to compete in this world? You know, I don't know. I just think maybe I don't know. I could be wrong about everything. Other people are getting hurt, right? But when you're in an army, you fight the battle ahead of you, not someone else's battle. You've got to have enough faith that whoever is fighting that battle is well equipped. But if you're fighting on multiple fronts, if you're fighting for people that don't even live near you, and people that have nothing to do with you or nothing or whatever, then you're very easily taken over because you're spread too thin. I think, Richard, I'll see you later. All right, brother. I'm trying not to get smoked, getting gas, trying to keep my people alive, but I get into the politics and I know they hate us, and the threats I have just different than you. Brother, listen, I understand. I know that you're in a different realm as me, absolutely, completely, and you've got much different problems than I've got. I understand absolutely, completely, and I would pray that you. This is the thing. You can't solve any problems dead. I pray that you stay alive long enough to solve the issues that you have at hand. And we can all meet up sometime and have a freaking beer. But yeah, no, brother. I live in Atlanta. I mean, this house is very, very nice. I'm 20 minutes from Atlanta. All of my work for the past 15 years has been in the city. Has been like they tell you to, like, they've got people that meet up outside of the city to take a shuttle to work so people don't get carjacked, right? I mean, so I know I don't live in that area, so I only have to worry about that going to and from work. You know what I'm saying? But it's an everybody problem. What up, Lamb? Yeah, but I get it. I do too, bro. I made it to 39. Brother, listen, that's where things started to change for me. When I was 16, I didn't think I'd make it to 18. When I was 18, I didn't think I'd make it to 21. When I was 21, I didn't think I'd make it to 27. And then once I turned 39 in my 40s, I was like, doesn't seem like I can it looks like I'm stuck here. I better make the best out of it. And I think that's a big difference on outlook when you start to realize if you always think you could die at any second because your surroundings speak that, it's when you actually live long enough and you're like, well, damn, if I didn't party like I was leaving the earth tomorrow, if I didn't spend like I was leaving the earth tomorrow, things would be different. And that's what changed for me. Like I said, I was broke on my 40th birthday. I was broke. I didn't have $15 in my pocket. Hey, Angie. You too, bro. Made it through that, right? But I have been to Atlanta. Shout out, Peachy. But I don't go to places where we ain't like, yeah, I understand. And this is the interesting thing about cities and suburbs. Like, we can walk around my neighborhood right now, and you're going to see everybody. You're going to see Indians. You're going to see white liberals. You're going to see white Republicans, conservatives, black liberals, black conservatives. But they're not assholes. They'll be like, they'll make fun of you for who you voted for, then ask you to take their child to daycare. Like, they still know that you're a good person and you'd want them no harm. And the thing is, the internet, because people don't need to see people face to face again, they're willing to go off at the mouth. But in real life,
They'll be like, no, I'm not going to help you chop down that tree because you're a Democrat or a Republican. I'm not going to help you with your child care. I'm not going to babysit your kid because that doesn't happen in real life. Here, it doesn't happen in real life. Like, and it's just, yes, 501. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. A bunch of people in here. Brother, there's certain gas stations, fast food places I can't go. It's out of bounds. Yeah, brother. It's out of bounds. And if I get caught, it's over. I don't know, bro. I ain't trying to speak for what I'm going through. Brother, listen, speak on it. Speak on it. You know, people have to understand what each of us are going through. The thing is, the most important thing anyone has is their reputation. This is why when people are physically weaker than other people, they don't use violence to solve their problems at first. They go to reputation destruction. They go to saying that you did this, this, and that, even if it's not true, because that's harmful. So having a good reputation, but all that's moot if you're in the ground, right? Right. So, but people are willing to help other people that are good people. What up, Yogi? I'm in the city, bro. I'm no longer in the city, and life's changed. And I want to say this, and this is a big thing. This is a big thing about how life works. You have to have money outside of under your bed, outside of hidden in the toilet. You've got to have money in something that grows. If you make $1 million on the street, you don't have $1 million because you can't use that $1 million freely. You've got to, and that's what the movie industry helped a lot of people do, is turn a lot of that money into movie sets that turn into movies that turn into legal money. What up, Duo? It's all right, brother. I hope you're feeling better, my friend. But someone says you have a bad reputation. You post about it, and you post and talk about it. We don't. I don't know, bro. I mean, everybody does. If someone has a bad reputation because they're hurting people, and this is the thing about reputation, but also you also see these people come through the other side. So look what they tried to do to Trump. They tried to call Trump a pedophile. They said he was in the Epstein files and that he did this, that, and then come to find out, yeah, he's in the Epstein files. He's the one that called the cops on Epstein. So they tried the reputation destruction, and he might have just, a weaker man would have hung themselves, gotten rid of it, got out. But he knew himself, and he stayed in the race long enough to be proven right, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, I get it. Gossip is destructive, absolutely. You're not good yet? Still sick, Duo? Yeah, and everything changes too. But and this is a big thing about having kids. I'm glad I didn't have kids when I lived in Baltimore, because I would probably be pinned there, and that was very toxic for me, very horrible for everyone. And you know, what up, Cat? I know, but if somebody said that about me, I would definitely handle it way differently. I understand that too. I mean, I talk about this a lot, about a lot of people don't have the skill for conflict resolution. And we talked about it the other day. When you live in a cold environment, or an environment that can be warm some years or months, so cold some months, people have to live together. So they have to work something out. If you're in a tropical environment and somebody steals your lawnmower, and you say, hey, you asshole, we stole my lawnmower, they can just walk away and never see you again and keep going, because they can live outside. They can convince somebody else they're a good person and live with them. They don't, but in cold climates, you'll die outside. So you have to resolve conflict in order to, and that's a huge thing when you're in environments that you have to be in. Like, you can't just up and move. And you don't have conflict resolution skills, people get shot. And the internet's like that, because a lot of people coming through, they can say whatever they want to say and upset people, hurt people, and then just swipe away, and then they never ever see them again. You know, so they never have to clean up the mess that they made. And that's huge. The pendulum is swinging the opposite direction. They have been using the same gaslighting playbook, and now everyone can see it for what it is. The human race will soon become immune to manipulation. I think so too. I really think so. I really think so. And you know what I think slowing it down is they're stopping botting. a lot of people would come, like I would have a lot of messages that would come through. People would come in and just say something about a particular party, negative about somebody, and then they would never respond. And I would go look at their history list. I can see stuff like that. And that's all they do. They're just bots. So if you're a Democrat and you don't like a Republican, you just pay somebody a few $1,000s to bot their social media, and then it just keeps. But people understand what botting is now, and most importantly, you're no longer paid for botted views and botted engagement. So now it's not profitable. So that's going to make a big thing too. My bad, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm just saying, I'm just saying we handle the situation very differently. I'm sick and twisted, but I understand, brother. You don't have to apologize to me, and I can't ever say that I'll know. I mean, I know to the best of what I've experienced, how life is. I just say, don't give up on anything. Don't give up. Look, dude. Life didn't start for me till after after I was 40, after 45. It might have looked like it, but I mean, not really. All these systems will fail. And that's what they want AI so bad. They want AI as reputation control. They want AI for reputation control. They want to be able to control people's reputations. If someone goes to AI and says, is this person a good person? And their AI says, no, look at all this stuff. And it could be fake, like the Robbie Starbuck thing. Yeah, people jaws, people get people's jaws broken, right? And keep people's jaws broke. The internet stuff started so much bad shit here. I have to agree. Someone say party starts with a fight. Someone says this and that. Fights break out. Someone gets whooped. And hot shit gets flying around. Someone gone and it creates wars. I'm done speaking. All right, I love you, bro. I love you. We'll get through this as best we can. Okay, let's see. What do we got? I already forgot what I was doing next. Let's look over these parts and see. Okay, I had a smoke detector and, okay, electrical. Let's do it up front. So I got a smoke detector and a carbon monoxide detector. I got 2 cups here. All right, let's do this. I walked around so many laps, I don't even know where I left my tools. There it is. Okay. All right, let's go out front. Let's see. But yeah, it's important. And the thing is, I'll say this while I'm walking over here. A lot of people don't know what they're talking about. And then they get upset when they get called out. You know, when they get saying, well, what do you mean about that? How is this? And they're like, well, you're just a freaking, you know. And then that lights a fuse. All right, so this here, we're going to learn about single gang and dual gang. Here's what you call a single gang, which means it's only got a gang of outlets, but it was set up, the box was set up for 4 outlets. So you've got all this space left on the side, so it looks like crap. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this guy here. All right. And we're gonna, all right, we're gonna remove that guy, and we're gonna open this guy up. Electricity. People, I'm off to the shops. Get shopping, lamb. Thanks for hanging out with us, brother. Okay. You gotta be kidding me. This is the wrong one, I think. All right. No way. No, that is the wrong one. It's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. It needs to have 1 outlet in the middle, and this one's set for 4 gang. That 4 gang also. Okay, it's the wrong one. It's the wrong one. Okay, so I won't open this other bag here and put everything back together. Yeah, there we go. Put that in there, and that in here.
ciao for now. Where am I at? Okay, get that in there. Okay, let's put this guy back together. Okay, that's not gonna work. One. Let's get this guy in here. Two. All right, then we'll slide this guy on here. Are you kidding me? Ah, you are kidding me. All right, let's see. I put that guy in too far. All right, let's see. Come on, come on, come on. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, there we go. Now we tighten her down. All right, there we go. All right, sorry about that. What up, Alice? I hate when projects turn. They always do. What up, Dr. Soda? Jesus is the Son of God. He died on the cross for our sins, was resurrected 3 days later. Believe in Jesus, and life will not die for everlasting life. Thank you, Dr. Soda, brother. Jesus isn't his name either. Not names matter. I don't know, Yogi. If they don't worship Baal, put your head on your ass. Dude, names don't matter. Languages change. The representation is the same. If you know who you're talking about, like calling me I Fell First or 110th grade or Rich, even though my name is Richard, it's the same thing. Languages change. That's the name he's used to be represented by in America, and in Mexico they would call me Ricardo, but my name's Richard, right? It's the same thing. Names matter. Change this. That's as simple as that. All right, we can agree to disagree. We're doing electronics. Okay, so that doesn't work. All right, so what are we gonna do? So, all right, 2 doorknobs are wrong. All right, so this is actually what we're gonna do here, everybody. We can talk about it. My brother Devil's deceive you no matter what, better than give you the wrong name. So let's talk about that. What time is it right now? It's 3:20. Okay, I only got a minute anyway. So I'll be online. I'll be online in about another half hour. I got to send her all the photos of everything that needs to be done. I told her I'd have it to her by 3:30. It's 3:29. So I'll wrap up here. I love you all. Hugs and kisses. I'll talk to you guys in about 30 minutes. Bye 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 bye.